Ooh, we are fresh of deload week. Or was it deload week? That's the interesting question. We just come off holidays, been up the coast, which has been awesome. And because I'm a smart little cookie, we had programmed a flexible, easy deload essential week, being that holidays was a priority, being away with the family is far more important than going to the gym. And if we had time for the gym, just to do some without any plan. So that comes to me to chat about the concept of maybe, was it a deload week? Or did I need to deload for that week? Or was it an idea, something I heard from a lad, Alex Deacon, we had on my podcast a long time ago. He talked about calling it a shifting week, where you just change it up a little bit, do it a bit differently. The reason I might want to think about this as more of a shifting week than a deload week, I'm certainly not in the comp prep. I'm certainly not banging and grinding my way away each day in the gym and beating myself up with big heavy singles or doubles or anything like that. So I'm not really freaking cooked or fatigued. There's a little bit in there. I did feel like I was getting a little bit tired at the end of the 4 weeks of training there. So we did need to mix it up a little bit. And of course, having the holiday, perfect timing, smart training, I knew that it was coming there, and organised my training around having this week. That's why I think in this type of training that I'm doing at the moment, I think the idea of a switching up a week is more about it. The idea for that week is literally to train and do it a little bit differently. Use the weight on the bar to dictate what I lift. Essentially, if I'm feeling tired, I don't need to push it. I just lift what's there for the day rather than following a program that will help reduce fatigue. And the goal of just doing some different stuff to help mentally sort of freshen up a little bit, let's call it, as well as I like to use that opportunity on those weeks to just play with some ideas or something I'm thinking about doing. And as you'll see in the video, I was also trained at Muscle Hut. That gym is freaking sick, and it's got lots of cool stuff to play on. So the training week was actually unreal. I managed to squeeze in 3 training days, did it all a little bit differently, and I did 3 surfing lessons as well, which was cool. That certainly got the fitness up. So anyway, check it out. A little video of me surfing at the end as well. Last vlog for the year, Coach K wants to throw down a deadlift to showcase what she's been training, and here we go. Coach Johnny with a 2-2-0 coming into this session, being that it is the deload. Letting the barbell tell the story, and the story is, well, it's buggered. 228 moving the greatest. Let's be honest, it's Boxing Day. The day before was Christmas. There was snackies, there was drinkies. We were just chilling and wasn't feeling it too big and strong today. So we just hit 220, moved on. 140, 3 plates. Nothing too exciting here. But being that it's deload week, we still need to do some training, or shifting week, as I like to call it, for weeks like this. We still need to do some training. It doesn't mean I need to be lazy. And I do like to also use these weeks like this to just feel out and muck around with new exercises that I either haven't done for a while, or even just I'm considering throwing into the next training block. And this is the one, the mighty RDL, an exercise I used to absolutely love. Just hasn't had space in the training program. Last year we prioritized the good morning for building that hamstring, glute, post chain, back strength. And this year, I think the RDL is going to feature quite heavily, so we'll see that popping up next week as I start coming up with the next couple of weeks of training. The bench press that absolutely annihilated my shoulder. The mistake that you should not do on a deload week is test everything to your fucking max. However, I have to be honest, the bench was really feeling fucking great. 130 flew up. I thought 140 would be a no-brainer, but unfortunately thereabouts I twist and turn a little bit and Bob's shoulder falls out and I miss, and now my shoulder was really freaking sore. In treatment, I highlight the fact that my shoulder isn't quite ready for the heavyweights yet either, so back to the drawing board and what to do with that, some more physio and rehab. Now, Muscle Heart training session. What a fucking gym this is. Ripping in here on the trap bar. This is the no plan training session. I had kind of thought that maybe I'd get 2 weight sessions in this week and managed to line up this bonus one with my boy Lesh. So we hit the trap bar. This is an exercise I had been mucking around with. So it was for me. I worked up, hit 5 there. Then we got in the lesh to work in some singles at the same weight, and then we just bashed away for about 8 sets, turn for turn, and got it done nice and quick. It was a great fun training session. Now the other cool thing I really enjoy is when you visit these gyms like this, you get to check out and see all the cool equipment they have. At pendulum squat, to be honest, I've never used one. I'm probably doing this wrong. However, mate, it's like a kid in a candy store. I just can't help myself but muck around on these toys and have some fun with it, hey? And then we got the hack squat. I freaking love hack squat. The machine I wish I had at Fortitude, but due to space we don't have it. The quad pump you get on this thing is next level. My poor little quaddies work all week because I bashed out on this thing again on the Saturday where we were staying up the coast. I had apartments with stairs, and let's say I was dragging my ass up those stairs to get up there. But great fun, great little session there, and this is the thing that, like, you don't get one of these at Fortitude. Arm Blaster, God knows what it is called. This is a nice piece of kit. They gave an awesome little pump, and again, just felt like I was a 17-year-old running around the local Good Life, or Morningside Fitness it was called back in the day, and just bashing out things with no idea what we're doing. 2024 goal is to not be a cliche powerlifter, fat, out of shape and overweight, just saying I'm strong. I need to be fit. I want to be fit. So we're always going to be keeping something like this in the training session. And how can we not take advantage of this massive sled track that they got at Muscle Hut? This thing sucked to do after that training session with all the trap bar and leg extensions and stuff. This definitely got the old lungs blowing and the heart rate up, but it was fun. Squatty sesh. This was the one sesh we had planned to do when we were up there. Being this deload week, again, we're just going to let the barbell tell the story, play around with some ideas and some thoughts that I'm thinking about for the coming weeks on what to do the squat. As I've talked about, I did recognise that last year the squat, I didn't really push it. I just kind of maintained it. I do need stronger legs if I want a bigger deadlift, so I do need to push the squat. The reason I've chucked in here with the warm-ups and accessories here is that you can see whether it's the bar or one plate aside, I am essentially trying to move exactly as if it was the heavy one. Each set, each rep that you do is an opportunity to practice. You should be doing this all the time. So when you get to the top sets, you don't need to think because you've done them so many already. And here we go, a couple of plates in there. You'll see it literally set up literally the same way. I'm looking at the same things, breathing the same way, moving the same way, treating the bar with respect. And at the same time, I'm starting to really make an assessment, think and feel out how I am moving. Hit here, boom, straight up, 175, nice little single. Feels good, looks good. And one of the ideas I'm playing around with to get some more volume in is work up to a heavier triple, so to speak. And then we'll do some back down triples. Doing that heavy set and only doing one of it will help manage fatigue. So I'm not absolutely wrecking myself off squat day, managing to keep that deadlift day a priority, but at the same time still actually pushing some reps, whereas last year we just hit more singles at the top end. 155 triple. So this is a good one. This is an example of what I like to say, using that shifting deload week to feel out where I'm at and what the right weight selection will be for next week. 175 by 3 is kind of getting a bit closer to the edge. So we'll probably start back around the 160s, thereabouts, and then just chip away and build that up. No real goals yet, but maybe a 200 for a triple would be kind of cool. Pull squats, no belt. This is a staple. I love these on squatting. I love pauses. Any tempo work on a squat I think is really good. Gets you to think about position, work on stability and stuff. So this will be a staple. This will stay in there. Nice way to get some work in without having to have too much weight on the bar and cook yourself. And let's face it, the next few weeks we'll try and push this squat up, or even a few months. We're probably going to be pretty toasted, so we'll be doing some light pauses in there as well. Thanks Shristy for the gate there. Mr. Lash, my boy. 200. He was also on a bit of a deload, sort of shifting week. We need to see where he was at coming into comp. Check this out. And then we did some surfing team. Check that out.